Speech off.
Hey, hey, hey. What's up, peeps? So, welcome to the second edition of Bishop's Advice Corner. Um, if you want to get in contact with me or you'd like to um, get some advice, or if you'd like to participate in any of my segments, uh, feel free to email me at blj7511@gmail.com. Um, you should put in the subject bar, Bishop's Corner, or Bishop. That way I know it's something serious and I will respond back to you as soon as I can. All right. So for today, there's a woman who basically started up something she thought was a good idea and then later changed her mind. So let me give you the scenario. So she meets up with this guy. They've known each other for quite some time now. And in the beginning, she told him they laid down the rules, that they were going to have an open relationship. Okay. That says it all, right? um, and so basically, the more they got into it, the guy caught feelings for someone else. And so she broke up with him. And then she said that she wanted someone for her own and but yet she wants him to be hers. Okay, well, this guy is already committed to an open relationship. He's probably digging that lifestyle because you've even entertained the whole threesome aspect. You've been involved with, these women that he's bringing in or whatever, which is cool. That if that's your prerogative. But later, you can't try to establish a relationship with commitment with this person because, you know, he's enjoying this lifestyle. He's like, this is dope, and it's like now she's trying to get him back and he gave her terms. And I'm sorry, I believe that he's valid in this. He said, basically he'd love to have her back, but she'd have to accept the other woman in order for that to happen. And so she's not having it. But she's still persisting a relationship with this guy. First off, cut your losses, honey. If you were in the beginning of your guys' relationship, if you wanted to have an open relationship, that's fine. You agreed to those terms, and yeah, okay, so he caught feelings, and that was one of the things you weren't supposed to do. All right, but hey, shit happens, and that's why, the whole threesome aspect, it'd have to be if I was, one, single, two, not interested in anything with either partner. Not to say that I would go willy-nilly and do it, because, I've had that before where guys ask and I'm kind of like, yeah, okay, but at the same time, I don't want to do that because I'm sorry, I'm not sharing my dick. I'm not sharing my dick. Sorry. Um, you know, I just don't. Like I said, if it was a mutual agreement between a guy and me or whatever, that we would do it maybe once or twice or something. Okay, but not if we're already in a relationship, because that complicates things, because then insecurities come in, and that's what happened with this girl, because they were being intimate and he said the other girl's name. So obviously he's thinking about her. And she's like, oh, well, what do I do to get him back and commit to me? You can't. He's already chose to be in an actual relationship with this woman. And you either agree to the terms of, you know, being with both of them, or you just cut your losses. And in my opinion, I would just cut my losses because honestly, it's not what you want anymore. He's still okay with that lifestyle. You may be grown from it, like you're like, okay, I'm kind of over this. But take some time on yourself, and if you want someone, for yourself, commit fully to you, that is absolutely okay. It is beyond okay. If that's what you want, take your time, figure out exactly what type of person or relationship you're looking for, and then go out there and fucking get it, bro. It's fine. Everyone has an experimental stage. We all do things that, we're kind of like, damn, why did I do that? Or, okay, that was fun, but now I'm done. So stop pursuing this guy. Find something fresh, because even if he was to totally commit to you, he would still probably be out there doing the same thing behind your back, basically. So anyways, that's one thing, I guess. And plus, why would you agree to that, man? I don't know. That's just me. I wouldn't be down with that. I would definitely not be down with that. And so, yeah. So flash forward to a couple other things here. I also seen one. This guy was talking about men and women addressing each other as their king and their queen. Okay. First off, I don't care who you are as a female. If you walk around and say, I'm a queen, I'm a queen, I'm a queen, like, you obviously got some self-esteem issues because you're trying to boost yourself. And hey, if it works for you, go for it. But as for me, no. I would never, like, if my dude ever was like, oh, you're my queen, I'd probably laugh at him. But that's just me, because I'm not into that whole, oh, you must kiss thy feet upon my arrival. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not into that shit. And no, I'm not a queen. No, I'm not superior. I am just me, And, he was saying, oh, well, women, what makes you think you have the right to be called that? Like, okay, forget the fact that you just referenced yourself as a king. Like, you think that you're that great, that you're a king and you're looking for your queen type of bullshit, And, like, I remember when I was doing this whole dating shit and I was, like, talking to different dudes and stuff, there was one guy who was like, oh, yeah, I want to make you my queen, and I just fucking was like, all right, well, no thanks, And he kind of got offended, and I was like, bro, listen, I'm not into that, I don't want you to put me up on a high pedestal. What I want is for you to be yourself, and that's it. I'm not asking for much other than wash your ass, because I don't play that shit. You better wash your ass and brush your gap. Wash your mouth. Anyways, but, it's just, to want to be that status is sad. Because honestly, guys, let's look at it from this point of view and a history point of view, okay? Kings and queens, man. The king usually was the boss, you know. Hi, honey. I think he likes the show. I think he likes to participate. Anyways, but in those days, the queens were just that, the king's wife. That's it. You know, and the dude ruled. And if the dude died, then yeah, she'd take over. But like, she wasn't a normal housewife, you know. She didn't do normal tasks. Everyone, they had servants and stuff, you know. And it's not really an honorable thing because they are making themselves equal to a god or a goddess or whatever the hell you want to believe in. You know, so it's just not a good title. I mean, I get it. It's like, oh, fairy tale style or whatever. I'm not sure what angle, ow, kitty, that they're coming from on that because I can't relate, you know. But there was one comment on there. I was dying. This girl was like, first of all, it's none of your damn business why I think I'm a queen, so you know. And if that's like I said, everyone's different. But I'm definitely not into that, and I just thought that was kind of fucking retarded. But on another note, just some of the stuff that I seen, even like last week, I seen one that said, basically, what was it? Sorry, I'm drawing a blank here. It was kind of funny though. Oh, if you can't tell a person they're obese, then you can't tell them when they're wrong. I was like, damn, Gina. That shit was funny. But, you know, I find shit like that funny. But, on that note, who are you to tell someone that they're obese? I mean, literally, what position in your life are you able to be like, you're obese? I mean, I don't give a flying fuck if you're like a $125, you're fit and you think you look good or whatever. Your attitude sucks, okay? And a lot of fat people, man, we're fucking funny. You know, we enjoy life. Yeah, okay, so we indulge a little bit more on the foods and stuff. Well, I shouldn't say we, but, you know, I don't want to speak for everybody. But, you know, if that's what they want to do, that's what they want to do. And some people actually cannot help that. Obesity is actually a disease in some areas. I didn't do my research because I really don't. I don't really care if people call me fat. I'm tubby. I like it. But there's, you know, there's some that's, it's not like that. You know, there's I guess some kind of genetics or either genetics or a chemical imbalance or some shit. I don't know. But, you know, this is what I'm talking about. People feel entitled, which drives me insane. Just because you are starving at night. Because you're sitting on the couch and you see a fat person eating a burger and you know damn well you cannot have the bun or the sauce, does not give you the right to be like, you're obese. You're just jealous because you can't indulge in the bomb-ass food that they're not depriving themselves of. You know, like, just like when I'm on Weight Watchers, man, I enjoy it. I've lost a lot of weight on it. But it's like, I'm not going around and forcing people to look at it from my point of view or to, you're not eating right, you know, unless you're really not eating right. I mean, and I'm worried or concerned, I'll say something like, hey, you know, you do eat a lot of bread, you know, stuff like that. Like with my dude, he eats a lot and he's not really a fat guy, you know, and that's okay. I'm cool with that. but some of the stuff he eats, I'm like, you got to be careful, and he's like, I'm not ready to change that. So I left it alone. And I said, okay, well, that's fine. First off, I didn't call him fat. It's just, I was there. And I said something to him because I dealt with a lot of blood pressure issues. But it wasn't there to be like, oh, you're a fat ass, you're a piece of shit, stop eating that, stop putting it in your mouth. It's not like that. Because there's like genuine concern, and then there's just walking by, you're a fucking obese fat whale from Siberia. Don't ask why I chose Siberia. Anyway, but, it's just some of the things that people think that they're entitled to. And first off, mind your own damn business. You know what I mean? Like, mind your own business, bruh. And that's the thing that a lot of people can't fucking do. They can't mind their own motherfucking business. They have to be in someone else's to validate their life. And it's like, ow, kitty, that's a big killer egg. Stop it. Ugh. But, it's just, a lot of people feel that they have the right to get all up in your Kool-Aid. Bro, listen. When I was growing up, I seen adults. That's the thing. Is I watched adults, and I watched how they interact with each other. And then they turn around and they want to act all gung-ho, and you shouldn't do this, and you shouldn't do that, and you shouldn't do this. And then you be like, but you did it. And then it's, don't do what I do as I say. I think that's how they used to say it. Oh my God. And like, I caught myself saying that to my kid a couple times. And she, and that's the cool thing, is she checks me. And, some parents would be like, no, you don't talk to me like that. You are to be seen and not heard. I'm not into that. I think that everybody is a person, and yeah, okay, if she crosses boundaries, I'll put a stop to it. But if this girl is spouting out some valid truths, I'll let her roll. And I'll monitor it, be like, too far, or, whatever. So, and the thing is, you have to listen to your fucking kids, bro. Like, yeah, okay, she's done some stupid shit. She's done every rebellious teenager stage, but regardless of how I raised her, or the values that I installed in her, she's still going to do what she wants to do. Because, man, at that age, my parents couldn't tell me nothing. You know what I mean? I was smart. I was wise. I was grown. But I wasn't. And until you grow up and you realize, hey, bro, like, I really wasn't, though. Like, damn, I was stupid. And everybody comes to that conclusion in their own time. Not validating anything she's done or said or whatever. But I've been so emotionally scarred, and I think that hurt worse than my actual discipline, was being emotionally abused in that category. So, like, so this day, I can handle a lot of pain as long as it's not emotional, and I try to stay away from emotion. I try to stay away from all that hoopla, but in life it's unavoidable, because at the end of the day, you're still going to have emotion. So, I don't know. I don't even know where I got all that shit from, or where I canceled off from, but, just, especially for the parents out there, man, take your time and evaluate, and my motto used to be, whoop ass, ask questions later. You know what I mean? And I found that motto not to work. as very frequent. I started asking questions, and then I'd whoop ass. So don't forget that I'm gonna whoop your ass. But why the fuck did you do that? You know, like, I need to understand. And, you know, the moment I know you're lying to me, I'm gonna tear your ass up. I'm gonna tear it up. I'm gonna whoop that ass. You know, like, and an ex of mine and my daughter never got along. Oh my God. Even when she was little, they used to just go off. And the sad part was he would engage with this child. You know what I'm saying? He would engage with the child. And just stoop to her level. You know, and now he's like, oh, can you get your undisciplined child? I was like, bro, you're just mad because that's your mentality as a child. You may be grown up on your own, but you're still a child, bro. You know, like, because of the way you respond to it, the way you interact with her, the way you get offended, or the way you know what I'm saying? Like, god damn. Bro, you just don't like the truth. If you don't like the truth, don't hit us up. Because we're going to tell you the truth regardless. You know, especially if you're fucking up. You're doing something that's affecting us. We're going to say something. You know, and he's like, oh, you're an undisciplined child. Nigga, you already know. I don't know why you playing. Just because she has sass, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. She's sassy, but she's got some good fucking values installed in her. And some, I sit back and I go, damn, why didn't I know that at 15? You know what I mean? My kid had to grow up a little bit faster, just like I did, but a little bit more advanced, you know, as far as having to grow up quicker. So yeah, she's gonna do things that she thinks she can do because she feels like an adult, but she's not. And that's my job to be here and be like, yo, bro, what the fuck? You know, she's gonna make mistakes. She's gonna do stupid shit. And as parents, we gotta know that. Because look at your teenage years, okay? Why we bullshitting? What the fuck were you doing? You know? And the only thing that we can do is try to do better than our own parents. You know, if your kids out there, let's face it, this stage, they got pimples all over their face. You know, for the guys, their dick's hard. You know, like the girls are bleeding out their vaginas. You know, they're going through a lot of hormonal shit right now. And some people, okay, this shit kill me though. Some people say, oh yeah, no, I didn't have sex until I was in my 20s and all this other crap. And when you ask them, is that by choice? Oh yeah. I bet you only 1% out of 10 actually truly meant that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm keeping it real. You know, and like there's been guys that I've met that they're like, oh yeah, well, sex this and sex that, I don't, you know, it doesn't really matter to me. Or it's, what's their favorite line? It's, you know, some guys will tell you, they're like, yeah, you know, I wasn't good with girls. Did I fantasize? Of course I did. Everyone does, you know. And then there's, excuse me, don't do that, Kelly. But then there's those types that are, oh, no sex until you're married. I'm sorry, I couldn't do that, cause if I couldn't test it, and I got down to the day, and you ain't up to par, I'm sorry, ain't gonna happen for me. I'm like, I just can't do it, you know. And not to say that, oh, religion this, religion that. If that's what you believe in, go for it, man. You know, but I ain't gonna be the one stuck with bonk ass dick in a marriage. You know, like, sorry. Anyways, that's just me. But yeah, so I guess to sum everything up here, because we're starting to run into babblation. One, when you get in a relationship and you establish boundaries and rules, if at some point you can't stick to those boundaries and rules, communicate to the partner. You know, like in this last incident, he should have communicated to her that, you know, he did catch feelings, and I guess they weren't supposed to do it behind each other's back, which that doesn't make any fucking sense. If you're already, I'm sorry, that's a point I missed here. It doesn't make fucking sense. If you're having an open relationship, the whole open part of it is they don't need your fucking permission. You know what I'm saying? So there is no go behind your back. You know, there is no, like, you know, what the fuck, man? You can't have both, man. These people irritate my essence. You can't have both. Because that causes drama and unnecessary shit when you do stuff like that. So just keep that in mind. If you ever want to do an open relationship, make it with someone that you don't want a future with. You know, if you're going to go ahead and explore that realm. But you can't expect that person, you know, to follow that. What's wrong, mama girl? Anyways, so, oops. This has been the second edition of Bishop's Advice Corner, featuring Alex. But I hope you guys enjoyed. If you gained something, cool. If you learned something, cool. Feedback is always welcome. There's a little chat box, a little likey button, a little dislike. I don't really give a fuck. Dislike it. You know, go for it. Do whatever you gotta do. But yeah, so the email address will be in the description box below. So that way, if you guys want to get in contact with me, if you want to do some collaboration, let me know. Down. Also, if you want advice done anonymously, you can always contact me at the same email. And if there is nothing else that I can touch on today, I'm going to head off to my own little land here. Alrighty. Peace, my cheese.
Speech on.